In 2005, Suzuki won the FIM World Superbike Championship piloted by Troy Corsair on the team All-Star Suzuki. There have been 36 World Superbike Championships since then, and out of all those championships, that's the only one Suzuki's ever won. But still, Jigger riders can't stop talking about the K5, K6. Like Jigger riders, we get it. Now there's a rumor that BMW bought a K5 Jigger 1000 to help them design the S1000RR. So once and for all, I'm gonna put that rumor to rest. They didn't buy a Jigger 1000, they actually bought 10. Now, I've owned two S1000RRs. I own the Gen 1 and I've owned the Gen 3, but I've never owned the Gen 2. So today we're gonna go buy one. Welcome to Adobo Moto. Look, it's not that bad. Before we go pick up the new bike, I got a missed FaceTime call last night from Sarvesh. I guess he crashed.
What's good?
What's good, bro?
They stitched up my hand.
I mean, at least it's not the jerk off hand, bro. I'm glad you're fine. Alright, man.
Later, brother. Take care.
Okay, so we're here. It's a 2015 BMW S1000RR. One of my favorite because it's the second generation and it has the asymmetrical headlights. Okay, so when you turn the bars like this, you know that the tire pressure is low, because look how hard I have to push to turn it. Look for when you're buying a bike is first is the tire age. Here, let me show you. So look for these four numbers right here. This is 2517. Look at them as two different numbers. 25, which is the 25th week. 17 is the year. So if it's 2024, how many years is that? You know how many years. It's old as f. On the chain and sprocket side, what you're looking for is rust. So look at it and make sure that there's no rust. Gunk is fine. Gunk can be cleaned off. Rust means that this bike has been ridden in wet. And I'm in Washington State. Doesn't look like this guy rode it in the wet. Okay, so in this area right here, right below the front sprocket, this area doesn't usually get cleaned. And it may look like there's an oil spill. It could have been chain cleaner. I'm looking at this cover specifically, and it doesn't look to be anything too crazy. And I'm also looking under here in the belly pan area just to see if there's any fresh oil. This all looks like it's just old gunk because this bike also doesn't look like it's ever been really cleaned. Okay, another telltale sign if the bike's been tipped over, look at the mirrors. This right here, then look at the clutch lever. Now look at the turn signal. Look at the rear pegs right there. And there's a little nick right here. So that means this bike's been tipped over on the left side. Okay, we have one key from Brian. We're gonna start her up. I'm not gonna take it for a test ride. The guy is just an old guy and he seemed really honest. You're gonna wanna test ride the bike. Make sure you run through all the gears. Make sure there's no funny noises. There's no oil leaking. But again, I'm not doing that. I trust him. Seems like an honest dude. Let's go ahead and start her up. Sounds pretty damn good. Start it up right away. Another thing, make sure the key opens everything. We got some original paperwork from the dealership, it looks like. All right, let's take her home. So in 2009, BMW releases the S1000RR, the first leader bike in its class to have ABS and dynamic traction control from the factory. It was not only a work of art, but an engineering marvel, again inspired by the Suzuki GSX-R 1000. And that's why I like to call it the German Jigger. It wasn't necessarily copied by BMW, but at the start of the development, the 2005 Jigger 1000 was the benchmark. Now a lot of you guys are going to complain that I keep calling this the Gen 2, but let me explain. The Generation 2 came out in 2012, and really there were just minor updates. It had little winglets on the fairings, it had one extra tooth on the rear sprocket, a little bit bigger air intake. They shortened the wheelbase a little bit by decreasing the head angle and moving the swing arm pivot about 4 millimeters higher. They added a damping valve in the front fork, but really no significant change. That's why I call the 2012 to 2014 the Gen 1.5. Now even though the S1000RR was made to compete in World Superbike, it never really won any championships. But that didn't stop BMW from becoming the benchmark that we know today. So after a successful 4 years, BMW finally gave us a generational update. Now here's a quote from Roland Brown from Visor Down. This is not merely an updated bike like the 2012 model, it's a comprehensively redesigned machine whose significance is emphasized by those asymmetrical headlights being swapped with the larger drip beam moving to the right, and after a day spent canning it around the Monte Blanco circuit in the south of Spain, there's no doubt that it's another significant step forward. So the same 999cc engine with a completely different head. The frame is brand new and it's even lighter, the geometry is revised, and And remember what I said about the Gen 2 being a shorter wheelbase? Well, they extended the wheelbase once again. Now, also new for 2015 is DDC. Not to be confused with DTC, which is traction control. This is dynamic damping control, which essentially is just semi-active suspension. Present in the 2014 HP4 variant of the S1000RR, now an option in 2015. Again, the 2015 is a true generational update. That's why I consider it the Gen 2. But all you Jigger riders, call it whatever the f you want. Okay, this bike is pretty filthy. I'm gonna take off the fairings and start cleaning her up. So here's the first thing I dislike about this bike in particular. I've only taken out 4 screws. While they're all Torx bits, 3 out of those 4 screws are completely different. Got the first piece. Yesterday I didn't think there was an oil leak, but after today it looks like there definitely is some sort of oil leak, and it looks like it's coming from this. I'm guessing it got tipped over, this got hit, and the bolts holding it either got bent or loose. So I'm gonna pull this off, clean up this area, tighten those bolts, and see if we still have an oil leak. I'm gonna guess we probably will. Yeah, that is really loose. So loose. Oh my, yeah, that is definitely where the oil leak is coming from. Yeah, look at this. That thing's filthy. That's definitely where the oil leak is coming from. Let's hit it with some brake cleaner. Okay, so every new bike we get, well, used bike, we try to download the manual. So you're gonna go to Google, type in the year, make, and model, 2015 S1000RR, owner's manual, and I found somebody on a forum, linked their Dropbox, so I downloaded it. There it is right there. What I'm looking for is how to check the oil level on this bike.
I got my safety goggles on.
Okay, so it says to check the oil level when the engine is hot. Right now, the min is the bottom, the max is the top. Right now, it's showing that it's just full. So I guess we'll turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
To the right.
This way?
Yeah. See that electricity? Just push it. Push it until it starts. Good job, boo. So it says we gotta let it warm up to operating temperature, so give it a couple minutes and then we'll turn it off and then we'll check the oil level. Alright. Now that we got it off, we can watch that oil level.
Not really see.
Careful, it's hot.
I'll go get some water. I'll be right back.
Okay, been about a minute. Engine oil level looks good. So the next thing we check is the coolant level, which is right under here, and it is empty. So now this fairing has to come off.
Go get your safety goggles on. There we go.
All right, let's take this cap off. Hopefully it's not too hot. No. It's not that bad, actually. There we go. Okay, that was a little deceiving because it's clearly pretty damn full. And there is coolant in the reservoir, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. Now we're just gonna put everything back. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is remove the front sprocket cover because as you can see, it's pretty filthy. I am gonna swap this over to GP shift, and it's pretty simple. You just move this to this. And then it'll be 1 up, 5 down. Check that out. Ooh, that is disgusting. Okay, we got the chain guard off. Look how filthy that is. And from here, it's just a matter of scraping all this gunk out. Look. Look at all that crap.
You're still doing great. Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Alright, let's put this chain guard back on. Perfect. How we looking, boss?
You're looking pretty good.
Alright.
Tell me if you need anything.
I will. Thank you. We are now in GP shift. Okay, now we're gonna check the tire pressure. 15 PSI on the rear. Same thing on the front. Now before we move on, we want to thank the sponsor of today's video, Eargasm.
Very cool.
So Eargasm are earplugs. They have a proprietary filter in them. They're made out of silicone. And I finally started using them after 17 years of riding. Now most people think temporary threshold shift, also known as tinnitus, is caused only by exhaust sounds. But it's also caused by wind noise. So even though this is a completely stock exhaust and it's not loud at all, I still use my earplugs because again, wind noise is our enemy. To put these on, I just throw the lanyard over my neck, pull my ear with my other hand, and then stuff it in. Same thing on the other side. Stuff that in, just like a Jigger rider would stuff their friends. I don't know if I want to say that. I don't want to say that. I'm keeping that in. Now, Eargasm also gives you a little case. This lanyard is sold separately, but if you use my code ADOBOGASM, you get a discount. Eargasm, thank you for sponsoring today's video.
Thank you, Orgasm.
Alright guys, it is Oreo ice cream break time. Who's your favorite YouTuber?
You.
Yeah! Cheers, my love. I love these.
They taste like a normal Oreo cookie, like the brown part,
Yeah,
and then the
kinda.
inside, it tastes like an ice cream. Can I do the other side too?
Yeah, just watch where you're spraying. The top, get the tank. Ah! She got me! Oh my god, that was the wrong move. Oh my god, now Olive! You're a savage, bro. Your iPad's soaked. My gosh. Good job.
I think I need more soap.
You gotta go
Right
over the
here.
top first.
Why?
Because dirt falls down.
Oh, so
That's why you wash the top first. Good job. Alright guys, the S1000 is done for now. What do you think, boss? How do we do?
really good.
Really good, alright. So I guess the only thing left to do is go for a ride. Let's go.
Alright, first ride on the S1000RR. Let's test this quickshifter. Oh, it's not working. I wonder if I didn't plug it in correctly. Nope, it's plugged in. I wonder if it's a setting you have to turn on. It's not working! The fudge. Alright, I'm gonna go pull over and see if Google can help us. It's supposed to be on. Woo! Bike is frickin' smooth though, bro. We got the Dunlop Q3s on here. They are old as shit. I think they'll still be fine. They look brand spanking new. The chain and sprocket, brand spanking new as well. What I think happened was whoever Brian bought this from put on new tires and a new chain and sprocket, and then Brian never rode it. That's my theory anyway. Might as well stop here and see if we can figure this out. Like, there's got to be a setting to turn this on and off. Off to Google we go. Of course, there's no freaking service here. Let me look in here. We're in sport mode. Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, I couldn't figure out the quick shifter or the auto blipper. I think it's just supposed to be on, but here, let me show you guys something. There's a service thing April 2022, so I don't know if I'll live without it for right now. I did put the bike in race mode, however. Quick shifter, auto blipper, definitely not working. I might have to take it to the shop, have them check it out. What's going on here, State Patrol? I didn't know this thing had race mode stock. I saw slick, but it doesn't seem to be unlocked. That guy's living his best life, man. Calling it Gen 3 now because I know some of you guys are gonna throw a fit. Supposedly on the BMW manual, like the 2013 says Gen 2. I haven't seen it, but I'll have to Google it later. So this is just a shakedown test just to see if this bike is performing the way we want. Right now, the problem is the quick shifter. There's always a freaking problem with these bikes, man. Can't ever just be perfect like my other bikes. This quick shifter is not working, my dudes. I wonder if the module's out or what. Foot pegs are a little bit higher than normal. Well, these are stock, so foot pegs are just a little bit high, which is nice. It's kind of what I like. The bar is nice and wide. Seat, very, very comfortable. Mirrors, they work. This one's a little loose. Obviously, it got tipped over, but they work. First gear is long. I love it. Let's take it on the freeway real quick. Keep it in second. Woo! Let's do it. Oh, man. This bike is a freaking menace. What a great freaking motorcycle. This color is kind of reminiscent of a red Jigger 600 that I know very well. But hey, it goes with the name, German Jigger. I wonder what prompted them to make this red. Like, it's like a Toys R Us red, like a toy. These days, like, the paint scheme on a lot of bikes are metallic, some kind of matte looking color. This is just like when you get Legos and there's like a red Lego. That's what this color is. One of the ugliest colors in my opinion, and that's probably why we got it for super cheap. That, and Brian said he never planned to ride it. Said he was getting old and wanted something a little bit more comfortable, cruiser type. These grips need to be swapped out immediately. They are slick. There's 15,000 miles on these OEM grips. Can barely hang on. This bike is just as good as I remember, man. I remember riding my buddy Jazz's 2017. That bike was a masterpiece. Silver swing arm, beautiful, beautiful paint. The traditional BMW blue, white, and red. I don't see any check engine codes. That's the thing. Maybe I'll unplug the battery and, you know, pray for the best, let it reset. It would be nice to have a working quick shifter and auto blip. Ooh, nice little pop there. Let's see, does this have a gas gauge? It does not. Let's put some gas in it. I think the gas is full though, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, there's plenty of gas in there. Whew. Morning. She's freaking beautiful, bro. Maiden voyage.
All right, we are checking the engine oil. Looks like this bike just has way too much oil in it. If you guys can see that, it does not change. So there's way too much oil in this bike. Okay, the quick shifter and auto blip definitely not working. Let's get it back home. I want to unplug the battery and just kind of leave it unplugged for a little bit and then plug it back in. I was reading on the forum that that might work. If that doesn't work, we're back to square one. Other than that, the bike is good. Again, a little bit too much oil. Doesn't seem to be leaking from here anymore, which is good. That solved our oil leak issue. Let's continue with this first ride. See, there's a service. I don't know if that's it. Bike is stable. That means the tires are good. When I blip throttle, the shifts are really smooth, so I have become reliant on quick shifters and auto blippers, man. Not a bad thing. I think they're great. I think they're amazing. It makes the ride, you know? But when it doesn't work, it's really freaking annoying, especially after using them for so long. Even at stock, put the freaking grin on your face, bro. God, this bike is so good, broods. It is so freaking good. We're back in the garage. I don't have a GS911 to reset the transmission values. Let's see if unplugging the battery will do anything. We'll let that hang out for a little bit. So a GS911 is essentially like an OBD2 reader. You connect it to the BMW, and then you connect that to a computer, and then you can reset codes or anything in the ECU essentially. Again, I haven't owned a BMW in a while, so I don't own one of those. By unplugging the battery, we are attempting to reset the ECU. I don't think it's gonna work. I'm not hopeful at all, but again, we'll see. Okay, we got everything back together. Let's turn this on and make sure nothing crazy happened when we unplugged the battery. Service thing is still there. Good. Let's turn the bike on. It freaking worked. All right, we're on our way to meet Alex. In the last video where you saw the S1000RR, I thought I had fixed the quick shifter, but I did not. Still f***ing up. Oh, this is the first time you guys see his new bike too. Yo, what up, bro? This is the first time they see your bike.
You saw it when Nate was on the back?
No, they.
Oh, they seen the bike.
Yeah, they, him, her, hers. Alright, this guy did how many miles in a week?
2,600.
2,600 miles in 2 weeks, bro. Look at this, man. 2 generations. Well, 2 different bikes. Same bike.
Seat will fit. We can swap seats.
Oh, we could swap seats.
I was like, that works.
Do you want to ride it there? You can if you want. I don't care. Quick shifter doesn't work, though.
Quick shifter doesn't work.
Yeah, I need a GS911.
You want a GS911? I got it in the back seat.
You have one? I have to reset the transmission codes. The, what is the quick shifter codes or whatever? I think that's what's wrong. I thought I fixed it earlier. I unplugged the battery. New helmet too? Look at you. Who is this? Who is this guy, bro? Oh my god, bro. Sure. And you got a quiet one. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, Alex is on a S1000R and I'm on a double R. Let's go, German broods.
Up inside my cup and I just sip till I can't feel it. I know it won't solve my problem, but I know it makes a difference. One more sip and I'ma fix it. Out my body when I'm tempted. I told her one more, she heard me say you quit or she did, man. Yeah.
For once, he's not like way in the back, bro. This is so nice. Oh yeah, bro. Yes. Let's go, Rude. Let's go. God, this bike is smooth, man. I'm telling you. This generation, and this is completely stock. That's the crazy thing about this one. This caliper and master cylinder combo was... We made it to South Center. This is where I was supposed to meet Emilio, but the homies wanted to go grab some food, so I told them, let's go get some food.
Alright guys, oh, they're checking out the German Jigsers, bro. Shit. I forgot how good that bike is, man. It's so good. The only thing right now not working is the quick shifter. I gotta reset it.
Dude, look at it from the front. The guy set up the same. It's like a little bit different.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting comparison. I wanna do a video with you where we compare both. What year's yours?
2016.
Yeah, 15. Okay, Alex is here. He brought his GS911. That's what this is. It's like a Wi-Fi dealio. We're trying to fix this freaking quick shifter. And we have to turn the bike on and then put it in all the gears for like 10 seconds.
You have 5,888 miles till your next service.
Very good. Can you reset the service light?
Yeah, I can. Whatever I want.
I need to get one of those.
Service function completed successfully.
Now there is a little blurb on there you saw.
So your front stand?
Yeah, they installed it. It was connected to this stupid tent.
What stand is it?
My front stand for my motorcycles. They just came and stole it last night.
And I told you.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, somebody just walked up here and just grabbed my stand. It was connected to this tent. So up is first. You gotta go through every single gear let it run for 10 seconds. Okay, this is our second attempt. Alex hooked up the first one, but we'll see if it even works. So that's it. We have an S1000RR, the second gen, or some of you guys, the third gen. And I also fixed the quick shifter. The GS911, that is a fix sometimes, but there is an easier fix. Check this out. Apparently this clutch lever was too loose, and there's a switch in here that when it gets tripped, it makes the auto blipper, quick shifter, and the cruise control not work. After I tightened up the clutch cable, it finally worked. Thank you so much for watching this video. We're trying to get to 1 million subscribers, so share this with your Jigger buddies and your German Jigger buddies if you liked it. Rude hoodies are available on Adobo.com. It is getting colder, so grab yours today. The last thing to do is take this to the canyons, but that's for another video. Check it out.
There's just this back canyon road, just like, it keeps going! Oh my god!
And I just sip till I can't feel it.